Good afternoon, everyone. It is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, October 16th. It is. We're finally into the middle of the week.
We've made it. This is Friday for us, though, Seth.
I know, it certainly
Sorry,
is.
guys.
Seth Phillips here with Kylan Mills. Jennifer Palumbo has the day off. Welcome.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
We have been trying to get
Literally
you and I on this show together for months now, and finally the stars have aligned, and we are both
finally.
here.
Well, the problem is whenever we do newscasts, we have like 30 seconds to talk between news and weather.
But for some reason, you and I
just are going on and on.
You and I can talk for hours.
Yeah.
It's only going to be 30 minutes today, but we can talk for literally hours about anything. So
we really could.
We have a similar path into what we feel about things.
Yes.
Speaking of which, tonight, Uncle Kracker.
Uncle Kracker.
We're going to go see Uncle Kracker. Yeah, in case you didn't know who Uncle Kracker was, or the fact that he's performing in Lexington tonight, or his band, I guess, he and his band. They're playing at Manchester Music Hall, so I think we're going to go check that out tonight.
We are, so that's going to be fun. I did have to look up some of the songs because it's been a minute since I listened to Uncle Kracker. In case you don't know,
Uncle Kracker song.
Do you remember the song "Follow Me"? Like "Follow me, and everything is all right." I'm sorry, I will not pay people for singing.
Tuck you in at night. I'm like, what is the next word? But I like the "Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul."
That's another.
That's like lost in your rock and roll. Hold on, give me a chance.
Okay, hold on.
Drift away. I had to get to the chorus. Okay. No, but
Let's give you a musical interlude here. Take it away.
Name another song that you like.
Right. So that's the problem. Is those are basically the only two I know.
Nothing against Uncle Kracker.
There was the song "Smile," and I think I played it for you. Was it you that? People didn't know it though, so that was like a ish hit. Maybe it was like a fringe hit.
Yeah. I don't know. It certainly wasn't for me. No, I only know those two songs.
I'm not going to sing
regardless, it's music, live.
Yes, and Manchester Music Hall is a fun environment.
It really
it's more of like a general admission kind of thing. You can walk around, you can get some drinks, enjoy the music, dance. As you can see, Seth has plenty of moves he's ready to pull out. So
I really impress people with my white boy dance skills. So we're gonna bring that out tonight.
I've always been very impressed.
So if you want to see some kick butt dance moves, that's what I'm here for.
Yes.
All right.
Seth, I am going to need a nap, though, before this show, because I do want to give you a hard time. Why were there storms early this morning, waking me up? I just love giving him a hard time about anything weather-related.
Did you not listen to any of the forecasts that any of your storm tracker meteorologists gave?
I listened, but still, it didn't stop me from waking up this morning.
That our anchors have at the station. They're always coming to us like, oh, why did it rain this morning? I don't remember you talking about that. I'm like, we literally just said that 5 seconds ago.
No. I listened. I'm not saying it was a total shock. I'm just saying that it was unenjoyable to wake up. I don't know what time it was this morning, but my dogs were barking. They were like, what is this? Because it was so loud. If you live in Lexington, you have to know what I'm talking about.
Did you have to wrap them in that, what do you call that, the anxiety blanket?
Like a Snuggie or an anxiety. Oh, yeah, they do have dog. No, they actually have an anxiety bed. I have an anxiety bed for my dogs. Yes, my mom, so their grandmother sent it to us. One of my dogs, Benny, is a border collie mix. I know you like Australian Shepherds, right?
Sure do.
Just kind of high energy dogs. He's a barker, he's vocal. So she bought him one. I don't know how it works, but he does really like it, and he calms down a little bit.
I don't know.
So I don't know, but we've also been looking into getting CBD treats for dogs. I guess that's a thing now.
Oh my gosh.
Totally. Or like hemp treats. Yes.
It is a new roller coaster.
Yes, you can buy them for dogs. I haven't tried it yet, but I'll let you know if we do test that out.
We'll bring you back on the show for that for sure. All right, on today's show, our reporter, it's on field reporter Toby Brown talks equestrian vaulting.
She has a name, Seth.
I know, we're going to get there.
How low can you go?
And the Day of Dead celebration as we continue Halloween. It's on, brought to you by Halloween Express.
So let's get started with a look at what's on now. A contestant on Wheel of Fortune gives a little too much information, sort of. When introduced on the show by host Pat Sajak, Blair Davis of California describes his family with tongue planted firmly in cheek. Take a listen.
Hello, Blair.
Hello.
Blair Davis, Cardiff, California, owned the trucking business, it says here.
Small trucking business in San Diego.
Good for you. And talk about your family.
I've been trapped in a loveless marriage for the last 12 years to an old battle axe named Kim. She cursed my life with 3 stepchildren named Star, RJ, and Ryan, and I have 1 rotten grandson.
Yay! No wonder you came here. You just wanted to get away from everybody. I know you're being facetious.
Absolutely. I love them like nobody's business.
I'll bet you do.
Okay, so this is one of those stories where you have to read past the headline, because I saw the headline for that online yesterday, and it was like, man talks about loveless marriage. I was like, goodness, why would you say that on TV? But he was clearly being sarcastic, and it made quite the impression on social media. One person tweeted, "Now this is an all-time Wheel of Fortune intro." Another said, "Super bum Blair didn't win Wheel of Fortune tonight because he had the best intro of all time."
Yeah, enough to make Pat Sajak be like, yay! Like he cheered for the guy for being awkward like he was. I don't know. It was okay. So you think that whenever they're selecting these people, okay, to go on this show, there had to have been like the panel just had to see him and be like, yes.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter if he gives the worst answers or I don't even know how they select these people, but I'm just saying they looked at him and they were like, that head, that beard.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the beard right away
is going to get him on the show. And I love how Pat, he joked, he's like, just don't get it caught in the wheel.
Right, very
That's
true.
That's the one thing we ask of you
it was
tonight,
long enough that it was in danger of getting caught in there. I mean, they look for big personalities surely to be on the show. And that guy, he had personality,
He brought it from square one. Yeah, I kind of wish he would have kept going a little further.
I know. I wonder what the wife had to say about it, though, after the fact.
I'm sure she laughed. I hope she did it.
Yeah. Hopefully he gave her a heads up at least.
A little girl named Gabby is melting the internet with her sweet explanation to her mother about how she felt the first time she was adopted. She explains that she and her 1-year-old sister Lily were excited to meet their new parents and what happened to her heart when they did.
You know what happened to my heart?
What happened to your heart?
Well, when the first time I told you, when I saw you, my heart fell in love with you.
Your heart fell in love with me?
Oh,
cue the awes. That is so sweet.
Her mom decided to share this precious
Yeah,
moment.
look at that. And then just the very cute way that she delivered it, too, was just...
I know. I love adoption stories. I think it's awesome. And kudos to all the parents out there who open their homes and their hearts, to these kids who are just happy to be part of a family.
It really does. That inclusion, it really just kind of lights up the world for sure.
All right, so do you want to live like a master distiller? Switching gears a little bit. Whew, say that 3 times fast. So Jim Beam is opening its home for rent on Airbnb, a first ever property listing for the iconic bourbon brand beginning the week of October 21st. Select bourbon fans of legal drinking age, of course, will be able to book a limited number of stays at the Jim Beam American Still House, where they will live, eat, and even sleep like the 7 generations of master distillers. It looks pretty nice. It's historic in a charming Kentucky house that overlooks nearby Everbach Lake. Guests will enjoy a variety of unique activities, including a distillery tour and bourbon tasting, classic Kentucky barbecue meals, and a look inside how the world's #1 bourbon is crafted. Bourbon fans will be able to request to book a one-night stay on the distillery grounds in Kentucky by visiting Fred No's profile on Airbnb. I do want to know how much that costs, though. You're getting like a tour. You're getting all of the inside scoop.
I'm sure it's not a $40 listing on Airbnb. You're going to pay a pretty penny. Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again. Did she say $23?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Sound right.
$23 a night? Oh my gosh, run, don't walk to book that Airbnb.
What are we doing? I feel like we are wasting way too much time on this show. Let's get this going.
Yeah, $23
we should do a
is how
live
much a
It's
tour
On
is alone.
From that show.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
From that little Airbnb.
Okay,
that would be
Catherine,
fun.
our producer, get on it. Book it, even if I don't get to do it. I want to see you.
But that's cool, though. You get to, not just the tour, but you get to stay in that home. You get to look at the inside, of how they really do things behind the scenes. I mean, that's always a bourbon drinker's dream, if you will. But do you have to like bourbon, though? I wonder.
You have to, I feel like. They must have some type of questionnaire you have to fill out or something. Like, if you don't drink bourbon, you cannot stay in the Jim Beam house. Like, I feel like that's an unspoken rule.
I don't know.
Not a written rule.
I've met several people in Kentucky that do not like bourbon. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like being from Louisiana and not liking seafood.
It's like, do you just move out? Like, what? Yeah. How do you handle that? Because bourbon is so ingrained in the culture here. I love it, though.
It certainly is. Yeah, absolutely. All right, ever want to step foot into the Oval Office? Well, this could be your chance. A home for sale in Wappingers Falls, New York, includes a replica of the president's office. We are not doing this one. Good? Okay,
switching gears. This is a story that literally blew my mind, Seth. Take it away.
All right. So anyway, the current owners bought the property in 2009 and then took it 18 months to design and build a presidential office. The husband wanted a downstairs man cave. We're apparently not doing this story. Sorry for the
Netherlands, sir. Netherlands.
Are we on the Netherlands now?
Yes. Okay. So a family in the Netherlands was discovered living isolated in a house for nearly 10 years, reportedly waiting for the end of the world. So they did not leave this property for years. Police say a father and his 6 children were found in a remote farmhouse near the village of Runerwold. All of the family members were over the age of 18, but police say a young man from the home went to Dutch police on Monday to report his family's living conditions. The family was living confined in a small room similar to a cellar. The tenant of the home has been arrested for refusing to cooperate with the investigation, according to police. Prosecutors say he's scheduled to appear in court on Thursday. It's unclear if the family stayed in the home voluntarily. I know I saw some reports, too, that one of the adults escaped to a pub and was drinking a beer. Was drinking a beer and was like begging them to call for help. I'm like, I would need more than a beer if I'd been trapped in a home for 9 years. Like, give me your strongest stuff and call for help, please.
Yeah, somebody booked them a room at the Beam Airbnb. I think they'd be okay there.
There you go.
All right, back on track. Britain's Prince Harry was openly emotional on Tuesday as he spoke at the Well Child Awards in London and recalled attending the event the previous year with his wife Meghan. Harry choked up as he spoke of how he and Meghan knew that she had been pregnant at the time but had not told anyone else. He explained, now as parents, being here and speaking to all of you pulls at my heartstrings in a way that I could never have understood until I had a child of my own.
And I remember and I remember squeezing Meghan's hand so tight during the awards, and both of us were thinking what it would be like to be parents one day, and more so what it would be like to do everything we could to protect and help our child should they be born with immediate challenges or become unwell over time.
The annual Well Child Awards ceremony honors children with serious illnesses, their families, and caregivers. So sweet to see him get so emotional. A new dad, I feel like, must really bring home the meaning of that award.
Yeah, I'm sure becoming a father, it really just opened up his eyes to what it's like. And to have those emotions, it's really cool to see him go out and explain it like that.
It is. All right, we have to get to one last story here before the break. So the world's first selfie taken by a plant has hit the internet. Yes, you heard that right. A maidenhair fern named Pete at the London Zoo not only takes his own selfies, he powers the camera. It's part of research into microbial fuel cells. According to the zoo, plants naturally deposit biomatter as they grow. It then feeds bacteria in the soil and creates energy that can be harnessed by fuel cells. That's the power Pete is using to blow up the internet with pictures of his leafy self. Zoo officials say Pete is producing more power than they thought, enough to take a new selfie every 20 seconds. It's so frequent, the active fern often catches zoo workers accidentally photobombing his photographs. I feel like this is a horror movie waiting to happen, Seth. Like, this plant is going to take over the world.
It's not enough that machines are taking over the world, but now we've got plants that are taking their own selfies.
Right, it's more powerful than we thought. Like, this is just waiting
goodness, I am
to
not
be
gonna be alive in
a scary
100 years,
movie.
because I don't want to see where the world ends up with this.
No, I agree. A little eerie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how difficult gymnastics can be, right, Seth? Because you're a gymnast.
Right, I do it all the time. But imagine doing it on the back of a moving horse, equestrian vaulting.
Gosh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on It's On next.